Hi, how are you feeling? Are you feeling edgy? Are you feeling irritable? Are you feeling like you haven't had enough sleep to sleep? Are you feeling like your kids are taking you to this point of breaking down? Are you feeling like you've had enough of other people's bullshit? Yes, I'm talking about feeling edgy, which is a very common feeling for all of us today, and how we can start doing some practices through which we can feel less edgy, and even when we are feeling edgy, how we can control it at the onset. So, the reason why we need to control this feeling of feeling edgy is not just for our own sanity, but sometimes it's also for the safety of our loved ones. So we'll look into what all we can do to prevent a major meltdown or a major breakout from happening. Stay tuned. In this video, I'll be giving you a few points to ponder on. And once you go through the entire video, you can see which one resonates with you the most. Okay, so the first one talks about it's okay to feel irritated. Yes, it's very important that we experience our feelings. I've spoken about it in my previous videos also. Most of the times we are very uncomfortable with our feelings. As a result, we don't really allow it to grow. And whether we allow it or not is not actually the controlling factor. It happens to us, and the manifestations are often completely different from what we would have liked. So it's better to feel our feelings. Then at least we know what we are exactly in for. So allowing ourselves to experience our feelings is a very crucial factor here. Now, in this, when we are allowing our feelings, a lot of times we think that how will another accept this feeling of irritation or just feeling like I want to get at you. Maybe there'll be a bad reaction from the other person. Maybe I will get a flag sometime later. Maybe I'll have to pay a price for it. So we must tell ourselves that if people cannot handle us at our worst, then they don't deserve us at our best. As simple as that. If you are having a meltdown and if you see that your loved one does not take it, never, ever, then you must sit this person down and have a conversation that once in a while it is necessary that when one is having a meltdown, the other kind of is there without having to react violently at the same time. So this was the first point that I want you to ponder on. The second one is worrying doesn't change anything. Yes, you can keep worrying, but your situation will unfold the way it has to. A lot of times when we think of it this way, then we are able to let go of our worry. Then what's the point in worrying? Let whatever has to happen will happen. So just let go of that concept in our head. Whatever happens, let's just see. Let's just go with it. A lot of times our worst imagined fears don't really come true, does it? The voice in your head, that voice that's going on, might also be wrong. Sometimes we just have to tell that monkey mind to shut up. There are a lot of times we just go through a rubbish dialogue inside our system. So we need to tell ourselves that I am not completely blindly listening to this. If the answer to this is whether it's true or false, sometimes the answer is a no. Should I go or not? Should I do this or not? If the answer is no, then stop doing this for yourself. Stop doubting your own self all the time. The next one is there's nothing wrong in asking for help. A lot of times, all that we need is help and assistance of other people. We can't do everything by ourselves. And if we just trust and allow, maybe the other will not do as bad a job as we are assuming they will. Maybe they'll do it better than us. Maybe they will be the right help for us. Maybe that's the support we needed. So we need to understand that if somebody can help, then I should let them. The next thought that I want you to ponder on is sometimes it's best to be alone. Yes, we all need to take that occasional break from life, and that's not selfish. Sometimes I know when we do take break, especially if you are if you are a mother or a father, or maybe someone who's responsible for other people, you wonder that should I do this? Isn't this selfish? I can't just completely take off on my own and leave the others to do their things. But trust me, it is important. If you are someone who's been constantly feeling edgy or irritable, you will come back a better person, you will come back a fresher person, and maybe that's the thing that your loved ones need from you. The next one is to think of perfection. If you are someone who constantly thinks in terms of being perfect, I have to do this perfectly, I have to get this perfect, I must have everything in order, everything in perfection. Perfection is a highly overrated word. It's okay. Let's just embrace all life's imperfections. Everything around, look at it. All the beautiful things. Is it perfect? Most things are not. If you probably had a scale to measure, if you had if everything came with a measuring scale, most things that are natural are not really perfect. So are we. Let's just understand, to hell with perfection from today. We'll do our best. That's all. The next one is to think of this as I am not a ringmaster, and this is not my circus. A lot of times when we go through a lot of agitation in the head, we feel like I am this ringmaster and I need to have this perfect circus going on. It's not really possible, it's not really feasible, it's not really conducive. So let's just give it up. Learn to say no, and this is good for you. People pleasing is one of the worst things that you can do for your mental health. Yes, and we all know it, but we all tend to do it. We don't want to say yes to something, we do it. We don't want to take on an additional task, we take it. We don't want to run certain errands for our parents, we still do it. We don't want to do pitch in for our children's homework, we still do it. A work associate asks us to do their portion of the work, we still take it on. So there are so many times we feel so afraid to say no, and that is something that leaves an angst within us, and that's bad for us because it leaves us terribly edgy. So learn to say no when requests start feeling like it's too much. When someone's requesting something of you, more than saying an instant yes, take a moment and think, how is this feeling to me? Does this feel like a burden? Then I will automatically not appreciate the other. Then what's the point? So if I feel comfortable, if I'm okay doing it, then only take it on. So here's to all the people pleasers. So next time you want to say yes, just take a moment and think, how does this request make me feel? The next one is, people don't care as much as you think they do. A lot of us have this feeling that what will people think? What are other people thinking? If I say this, what will people think? If I don't do that, what will people think? If I am like this, what will people think? If I make certain choices, what will people think? So all the time we are going through this concept of what will people think? But give it a break. People have no time to think about what you think or what they think. They are just busy in their own lives. They are so focused on what you will think of them. So two people are constantly thinking, what will the other think of me? So, yeah, focusing on doing what's right rather than constantly worrying about what people will think. The next one, or the last one, it's healthy to let it all out once in a while. Pour your heart out, whatever you're going through with whoever is giving you that feeling of feeling pressurized. When you're full of negative emotions, So just don't be afraid to come out with it. Don't feel that if I have a negative feeling, if I have an unpleasant feeling, and if that comes out, God knows what will happen. Hell will break loose. Hell won't break loose. Just try this. Try it and see how it goes. Whichever resonates with you, please try it. And I am looking forward to hearing from you all in the comment section of how it went for you. So stay tuned for more such videos. I'm going to talk about different feelings on different days and how to get better. Thank you. Keep watching.